director of a dance company in Australia, there's very little opportunity for you to make works of scale. And it's very difficult to be commissioned to make works of scale unless you have built a reputation and you've demonstrated that you can make works of scale. Next Move was the real circuit breaker to that. The opportunity to make a full-length work and to be fully produced by a company that had resources and some artistic guidance if they wanted it. They didn't always welcome it, and that's okay.
It's a program that brings artists into a really good creative space. They can dream a step bigger than they've been able to do prior. So for them, it's always the next move in their careers, whether it's a young artist who has lots of big plans to a mid-career artist who needs to hone into one particular area.
We have some amazing companies in Melbourne, we have some amazing choreographers, but that gap from being, say, a student or a young maker to being someone like Gideon or Anouk is vast.
Choreographers at that stage would be self-producing and responsible for everything that goes on outside of actually making the work, which is a huge part and can be quite draining. So to have a whole team of people in marketing and production just means that there's kind of a weight lifted off your shoulders and you can actually really focus on the creative aspect of the work.
Some artists that work with us, are completely organized. They come in, they know what they're going to do, and they just roll that out. Other artists have sort of like a rough idea, but they really need time in the studio to improvise and find the physical voice of what they're bringing. So the staff around them will just have to deal with that dynamic. When we produce the work, how versatile do we have to be on the other end to not only give them what they want, but also challenge them?
We never thought about it as something that would become a legacy or people could look back and track people's careers. A choreographer doing very small works, doing a Next Move full-length production produced by Chunky Move and then absolutely being launched.
Next Move allows people to dream, but also really produce something that they had envisioned, and in a time frame that gives them enough time to build momentum, but also bring it up to a next level. And they know that it will premiere, they know that it will have an end point and an audience to see it.
It has that tradition each year of, oh, who's got Next Move? Because it's a little bit more novel. You reached a whole new audience. Like there was the people that come to dance, but then wherever I went, people were saying, I saw that show and oh my God, it made me laugh and cry. That's kind of pretty magical when that happens.
I think what's special about Chunky Move and what Gideon created was a company that is flexible, and it's been able to, over the years, explore alternative sites for dance and access different types of audiences. It's quite diverse, and through this commissioning process, there's also many different voices coming through the building.
You would imagine that after 10 years, a platform like this one is no longer needed because it's kind of served its purpose. And it hasn't. Although a lot of new initiatives have come up in Australia in recent years, Next Move is really unique, that it really offers artists substantial budget to create a work, substantial time to make it, and a full support of a company who's backing up the artists. And that's unique. If you've done a Next Move work, you become more of a serious artist.